few minutes ago I was looking at my cutters and I noticed that that little tiny piece of easy line that we had cut off was the day before yesterday. It was a little, probably less than a millimeter long. It was still stuck on one of the cutters here, and I was going to show it to you, but it has since fallen off somewhere here, so I can't do that, but it was there. Anyway, what I want to talk about is, this morning I was going through my comments, and I made a comment to one of the viewers, and I gave him an analogy which I think probably very accurately describes what this easy line is like. Now I know a lot of viewers have tried to give me really good suggestions as to how to cut this stuff and what would work, and a lot of them will readily admit I've never used easy line, but well, here is what easy line is like. And let's say you're having a really nice dinner, meat, potatoes, and vegetables. My kind of meal. Anyway, you're chewing away on this piece of meat and everything's going good, and then all of a sudden you come to a sinewy piece, and I am sure that everybody listening to my voice right now has had this happen. Lots. Okay, you're chewing away. No matter how many times you bite down on this, you're not cutting it off, if you know what I mean. It just will not cut. That's sort of the way this easy line is. You're even though these Tamiya nippers are extremely sharp. Well, we've gone into this. There are still little microscopic gaps in the cutter between the upper and the lower jaw. And what's happening is the easy line is finding its way through these tiny little gaps, and it just will not separate. Well, it's kind of like chewing on a sinewy piece of meat. It just doesn't work. Now you can take that same sinewy piece of meat and you put it down on the plate and take a real sharp knife and you can cut it. And I think that's a real good analogy of what easy line is like. It's to cut it, that is. Unless what you're cutting it with is real sharp, it just doesn't work the normal way. Anyway, let's see if we can do a little better today. I spent way too much time doing this yesterday, way too much time. And while I was doing it, I had an idea, and one of the viewers also had the idea, why not put the loop on the easy line before you slip it over the end? So that's what I'm going to do on the other side. But we spent so much time yesterday doing this. I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to get it done and I'll show it to you afterwards. But I think if I was to take the easy line and give it a twist, make a loop, put the loop over the end, maybe that would work. I'll tell you if it works or not. I won't waste a whole bunch of your time showing you. Anyway, try and remember the sinewy meat the next time I'm trying to cut this easy line and it just doesn't seem to want to cut. I have turned our ship around, and I was going to start running the line from here to here. Then I was looking at this little piece right here sticking out, and I was thinking, okay, something is supposed to run from that. And it appears that our Bismarck does not have a bracket that sticks out from right here, and there's supposed to be something running up. However, I went and I checked Stefan's book here, and it does show that there was line running all the way around from here to here to here and so on, and around the back as well. The one that went around the back, it actually went from here to just behind the mast, and then on to the other one of these on the other side. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail as to which one was the long wave antenna and which was the short wave antenna and which was for receiving and which one was for transmitting. It doesn't matter. These lines were mainly In fact, they were antennas of some kind. They had nothing to do with signal flags. So we will be putting a line from here to here to here. And I'm just going to do that at the same time now as I do this. Now I was about to run our easy line around the end here, and I was noticing that this part right here was sort of bent up at an angle, and I thought that's not the way it's supposed to go. It's supposed to be straight out. So when I went to push it back down, I realized, oh my goodness, it's almost broken off. Now you can see the fracture right here that I've repaired. I'm just waiting now for the CA to cure, give it a little bit more strength. Then I'm going to try and get this wrapped around the end. Once again, because it's going to be long and frustrating, I'm not going to try to video it. I have turned our ship back around again, and this is one of the outriggers, the long ones, and here's the other long one. And we are now going to try and run a line between these two. Now I can run it in a straight line and have it not touching anything, but according to the diagram here in Stefan's book, this is the foremast, and it's as you can see, it appears that the line neither runs behind it or in front of it. It sort of goes into it. Now that's going to be kind of hard to do, and I'm just sort of wondering if I was to maybe just string it behind the ladder. Well, you'll see when we actually look at our model. Put the line behind the ladder. That would sort of be more correct than just running it in a straight line right across, which is almost what you would think they would do. But maybe a line that long running that close to a whole bunch of metal wasn't a good idea. I don't know. Could maybe get hung up on something, or I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here. I have no idea. Anyway, let's get back to our model here. What we have here is a little piece of leftover line which is almost exactly the right size. It would have been nicer if it was an inch longer. But I think if I could get this to go and thread behind the ladder somehow, maybe lower down it'll fit a little better. Now I don't think I glued the ladder all the way along. I think it's just sort of sitting there. I'll work at it. I might have to pull the ladder out a little bit. Now I'm not going to be getting myself all worried about the fact that maybe this is not quite out at the end like I'd like to have it. I think that's going to be pretty good just like that. Okay, try not to get my fingers in your way here. So the idea is we'll pull this out a bit, give a little bit of tension on it, and then we'll take Tennessee Jim's razor blade, and there we go. We got it. Now as to where this line should be, elevation-wise, behind the ladder, I think it should go down just a little bit here. Now just let me eyeball it on the horizontal. Maybe just up a little bit. Now I'm not planning on gluing it here. I think I'll just leave it loose. We're probably going to have to adjust it because it's undoubtedly going to get bumped. Mind you, who says it was horizontal anyway from this point to the far side? our line goes all the way around now. Now I realize you can't see this section in the back that I'm touching, but it's there. And they are not tight. They are very loose. Well, I guess you wouldn't say loose. If they were much looser, though, they would be they would go slack on me. So I wanted to keep them with as little tension as possible. Now, in reality, there was way more lines running all over the place. By lines, I mean antennas, and probably signal flag type lines and that kind of stuff as well. We're not going to put anywhere near as many on as there was on the real Bismarck. But we're getting enough on to give it a little bit of more realistic look. I think there's supposed to be something go from down here to here. Like you can see, there's another one of these in here, and there's a little hole in the end of it. Yeah, I think something's supposed to run through there. Let's check the manual and the other model. Now, we can't check the World of Warship CGI anymore because I tried it this morning and for some reason it didn't want to work. So that's too bad because that was really handy. However, we do have Stefan's book, and it's probably the most accurate thing going. Step 69 in the other manual. And it's showing 3 more lines running down from one of the outriggers. I'm not sure which one it is. When we get back to our model, we should be able to figure it out. However, we're going to have to do that tomorrow. I know the video isn't very long, but the time has marched on today. Thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.